I love reviewing new tech, and today we're talking action cams. Not only one, but two we're going to review. We're going to go from the $30 special to $130 premium. Can you tell a difference? Let's find out. Let's go. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. It's good to see you. If this is your first time here, my name is Keith, and this is Alien Drones. I do mostly drone tech, technology, tips and tutorials, and industry news. If that's something that's of interest to you, you might want to hit that subscribe button now. That will let you know when there's new content that might be of interest to you. So today we're going to talk a fun technology, and that is action cams. You know which ones I'm talking about. They are everywhere. People have them stuck to their heads. They have them stuck to their shirt with magnets, underneath the water. They're everywhere. And they do a good job nowadays too. High resolution, good optics in them, a lot of electronics. So I often wondered, if you spend $30 on one or if you spend $130 on one, what are you really getting for that difference? Can you even tell the difference nowadays? So first on the bench here we have the 4K sports cam. And you can see through the packaging that it has a waterproof casing. So we're going to take it out, see what that looks like. So as I mentioned, this first one does come in a waterproof case, and we're going to remove that for our head-to-head test, but it does have a silicone seal around it. The buttons are sealed through, so I'm assuming it would be well waterproofed. But it also comes with different accessories for the dry case, for different types of mounts, for sticking it to your helmet and things like that. So we're going to use some of those accessories as well. So pretty much the accessories you'd expect with an action camera. So taking this one out of the waterproof case, the build looks pretty good. This is the camera itself. Has a mode on-off button, okay, some controls on the side. Has a nice little 2-inch LCD screen. It doesn't feel too bad. It is a little light, but I imagine the battery's probably a little bit lighter. Maybe the optics are a little bit less expensive for $30. But overall, it looks pretty good. Has a slot for an SD card. Has a charging port here for a USB. And also has an HDMI out, which surprises me on this level of camera that there's hardware for an HDMI out. So that's a bonus. So let's check out the SJCAM model. So the SJCAM C200 also comes in a waterproof case, and we're going to remove that from the case when we're doing our testing today. But again, all the buttons are sealed. It does have a silicone seal around the back. So we're going to go ahead and pull this one out of the waterproof cage as well. And it also comes with the dry accessories just like the other model. The $30 model, and a little cage here that goes around it. Has some adhesive mounts for different types of mounts. Comes with a little cleaning cloth and some different types of mounts and things for mounting it in all kinds of different situations. Has a little clip that you can clip on to maybe your shirt or a box or something here. Little chip clip kind of a thing as well. So very similar in the accessories that come with both these models. Now taking the C200 out of the case, this is much more substantial. You can tell that it's much heavier in the hand. The build quality is quite good. You can see it's a little vertical model here, but even the buttons and things are just a little more recessed and refined than the cheaper model. Now my guess is that the battery is probably more substantial, maybe give us a better lifetime. The optics might be a little better. This actually says that it has Sony optics in it, so I expect the resolution to be quite good. It also does have a smaller, about a 1-inch LCD screen on the backside. We'll see what those look like as well. All right, now we have them out of their waterproof cases here. You can see them in the dry setup like we're going to be testing them head-to-head. We'll mount them to a stable kind of support so that we can see what both of them are seeing at the same time. We'll compare them side to side. But first I just want to go through some of the basic layouts just to see what the screens look like and things like that. We'll start here with the $30 model. We're going to turn it on. Big button here on the front. And now the screen does light up, gives us a little display back here. It also does have a wireless mode, which connects to your smartphone or your tablet to allow you to use that display as a monitor, if you will, just to check your framing and things like that. And I did, before I did this video, check out the wireless functionality on both of these devices. I did have difficulty connecting. It did connect once in a while, but it was inconsistent at best. It was an exercise in patience for sure. And when it did connect, it did work, but it would disconnect pretty often and the wireless would go off. So unfortunately, that functionality is probably not one of the strong points of this lower model. And of course, it does have some setup options that appear on the screen, and you can access those by the navigation buttons on the model itself. And it allows you to adjust some things for the photos and for video, some resolution, some different types of things, some time delay photos, things like that. Of course, we're going to keep it on the most basic setting for our tests. And the C200 also has the same type of setup where you can turn the unit on with the front button. The image display is on the back screen here. It's a smaller screen, but it does look like it's a little bit higher resolution by looking at it. And like our other model, it also does have setup options that you can access through the screen itself with little menu items here using the navigation buttons. Also does have a wireless feature that can connect to your smartphone like the other model does. And in this case, when I did connect the wireless, it really worked. I didn't have any problems connecting. It connected almost immediately the first time. It stayed connected the entire time while I was using it. And the functionality was pretty good. I could actually see what I was seeing through this screen. It would turn this screen off while that screen was on, which is fair. But I could access all the pictures on the memory card. I could adjust different parameters. I could start a video, stop a video, things like that. It actually worked. The functionality was quite good. In my sample of one here, the C200 did a really good job with a wireless connection. And one thing I wanted to mention is that in the C200 documentation, it did mention stabilization. There's an option where you can turn it on and off inside of the menus. I did not see the same option in the 4K sports camera. So I don't know if that means the stabilization is non-existent or if you simply can't turn it on and off. We'll find that out shortly. And of course, the most important thing is, do they work for what you want it to do? Okay, so I've got both these cameras turned on now. So we are both right now actually have the screens on the back, if you can see that there. I'll go ahead and I will start to record on both of them. Single press on both. Both are recording video right now, so we should have video and audio coming both of these. So we're just going to kind of walk now, see what it looks like, and see what it sounds like. Okay, so here we are. We're just walking along here, trying to keep it stable down this trail. We'll see what the frames look like and such. One thing I did notice is that the SJCAM, the C200 here on the left, actually shut off the screen. I'm assuming that's to help save the battery a little bit, but that was a little unexpected. So I'm purposely going in and out of some light and dark areas to see how the sensitivity works on these cameras as well. Just do a little bit of a jog here so we can see some pretty rough movement, what it does. Okay, gonna walk across the bridge here. So one thing I want to make sure of as well is what the audio sounds like on both of these. I'm talking kind of directly into them, about a foot away from each one of the cams, so the audio should be pretty fair. We'll see. Not exactly sure if we can tell much of a difference or if it sounds better or worse. Good morning. Gotta catch my walk. Okay, so the 4K sports camera just shut off by itself. Hasn't been very long, 13 minutes, something like that. I'm going to verify that the SJCAM is still on. And it is still flashing. So I'm pretty sure it's still on. Okay, so the 4K sports cam just shut off. So it's about over 13 minutes here. And the C200 is still going strong. I just turned the screen back on. And the battery looks pretty full. Just doing a blog this morning. No worries at all. Appreciate it. Have a good day. So my purpose is to give you guys information so that you can choose wisely, right? So I do appreciate you coming. All right, so let's head back to the studio. So I really did enjoy testing both of these models out. I learned a lot, and I hope you learned something too or found something of value in this video. And of course, if you did, I really appreciate it if you click that like button now. That lets me know that there was something of value, and of course, that helps this channel grow, and I personally really do appreciate it. I will be doing more technology reviews like this in the future. I really do enjoy that, and I appreciate you guys making it this far into the video. In the comments below, make sure you let me know what you thought of the video and of the products, and if there's anything you'd like me to do in a future review that maybe I didn't do in this one. And as I mentioned, I really do appreciate your time. And until next time and next video, good flying.